And here we go. So the usual talk to the king, telling everyone to like, you must restore peace to the world. Da 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 da. So let's see what these three treasure chests came. We got the wings. We got 2 magic keys, so treasury could be possible right now. And there's a town nearby too. And oh my goodness, the agility is good, but strength 7. Let's see what the treasury contains. More gold. Erdic sword. Oh boy. AmazingToaster's off the races right now. Oh boy, this is crazy. Well, folks, if you want a jet seat, you might just get your wish. Meanwhile, Toaster's getting full amount keys. Zones of sunlight has been found as well, so I did not see that, so my bad. Anyways, in the basement, I believe that's... Oh, that's Swamp South, if I'm not mistaken. Or is that tablet? Someone in the chat confirm where the movements of Toaster is. Yeah, it looks like tablet. Yep, it's Tablet City for everyone. So let's see what our king is guarding for this time. Because Ouijawii decides not to go there. So let's see. Ouijawii is going to town. Survey says on the... Oh, the Silver Harbor's in the Tablet Cave. Oh, boy. So, basically, we're in a very good start. But unfortunately, Ouijawii doesn't know that the tablet is necessary. And there's Garingham right now. So, let's see what the shop sells. Well, you got a chainmail on the small shoe you can grab right now. Meanwhile, Ouijawii is going to check the back of Garingham. Let's see what this contains, because there is always another thing coming. So, let's see. We got gold. We've got the herb, and we have more herbs. Oof, Green Dragon on Ouijawii. Good night, and they have baby breath. Oh boy, this is one crazy seed to start. And Toaster's in Garingham right now. South of Tantagel is nothing but a river across. Ooh, Warlocks have heal, which is not terrible. So that's okay, actually. And we got level 4 coming up for Ouijawii. 5, 2, 20 HP, and 1 magic point, no new spells. Meanwhile, AmazingToaster gets level 3 as well, so very good start so far. Not terrible, but still, I believe everyone's grinding right now. Oh, level 4 for AmazingToaster right now. So everyone's at level 4. And level 5 for Ouijawii. 34 HP gain. Jeez, and a new spell. It's Radiant. Wow. I believe stats are not an issue, folks. In level 5 for AmazingToaster, we got 3, 12, 37, and 1, and the new spell. Level 6 for Ouijawii, 21, 6, 1, and 2, and a new spell. Oh my goodness. And we got Stop Spell. We got Heal More. Oh, baby. Well, folks, you wanted a Jet Seat? You got one. Hyrule, you just took the words out of my mouth already. I wouldn't say 30 minutes. I say less than an hour if Sharlock's nearby. Oh, Swamps South? If I'm not reading this correctly on Toaster side? Oof, Werewolf with Hurt More. Ouch. Oh, they had the Sleep Wombo combo. See what these Drakima has. Dodge, nice dodge. Drakimas, they seem just hitting physically. Nothing possible. Oof, AK-47 on the spike, that's not fun. Oh, Knights only have hurt, that's not bad, and there goes down the Knight. Oh boy, this is good. Oh, Nerd Town for Ouijawii coming up. And level 7 for Ouijawii, my goodness. We got 5 speed, 5 HP, 2 MP, and a new spell is... Oh boy. This is just... I am lost for words, folks. And, oh, Catlin was found by Ouijawii. Is he going for... Oh no, he's gonna rest in the end right now. And ouch! Wyvern would hurt more. And level 6 for Toaster. Folks, we're about to get those coordinates soon if Ouijawii decides to go to get the coordinates right now. Incoming coordinates very soon. Let's see what Ouijawii gets. 23 south, 32 west. That is not bad, but you might need a princess because I got a bad feeling it might be in the river, across the river. Meanwhile, Toaster is running, exploring like crazy right now, which I don't blame him right now, especially he has heal mode right now as well. Ouijawii, oh, he's actually counting it! If this blue dragon doesn't let him go. Oh, and the Mason got Metal Slime. Oh, he's gonna go for it. And Metal Slime has baby breath. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, rip Toaster. And Magic Wyverns are just after for blood today, so. Oh boy, this race could go either way at this point. Yeah, Ouijawii is trying to find that spot, see where it lands. And there's double cave near Ouijawii. Let's see where that lands him. Well, we found the Staff of Rain cave. Here comes the AKs. Let's see what they want. Baby breath from the AK. Rip Ouijawii. Meanwhile, Toaster, I have no idea which KB he is, but he got a level 8 with 10, 17, no hit points, and 9. Oh, he's at the grave. Oh my gosh. Well, he did find a death necklace. Oh man, Ouijawii, I feel so bad right now because Ouijawii doesn't know that that the silver harp is in the basement of Tantagel. Meanwhile, Toaster's going for the last 2 chests in the grave, while Ouijawii's gonna try to go find the coordinates. And yes, there was an extra key at the start. There was 2 extra keys and wings. Ouijawii is still trying to find where the item is for the coordinates. Meanwhile, Toaster's on the last possible floor for you get the last treasure in the grave. Let's see what the full clear is going to be. And the Ouijawii gets to level 8. While meanwhile Toaster gets to level 9. Oh my goodness, here we go. Well, the golem was like saying, nope, you're not gonna pass me by, but maybe a werewolf would. Question in chat, will there be a go grind? Nope, I don't think so, because the treasury did not have the gold for it, so technically you cannot. And another cave for Ouijawii, which is, I have no idea where he is now. And we found Hawk's Nest at the top for Ouijawii, and the other one is, if this mill slime doesn't bother. It's Cole. Here we go. Let's see what Cole is holding us by. It's the armor! Wow. Wow. That gave Ouijawii the boost he needed. So, the coordinates could be the flute or the token at this rate. Meanwhile, Ouijawii is going to go for broke with this metal slime. And of course the slime will run away. Let's see, he's going for broke. Well, can you blame him from counting? Oof, hurt more from the wyverns. Ugh, this is not gonna be pretty. Level 9 for Ouijawii. And it's a golem guarding the item this time around. Well, rip and go back to the king. Meanwhile, Toaster's about to get his coordinates from Cantlin. Oh, and Ouijawii is about to find out that he might grab it from Tablet. Ouijawii is about to be very happy that he got the harp right now, so he might go to Staff from Rain Cave and turn it in right now. Meanwhile, Toaster is actually looking for He's gonna try to count the coordinates. I could not blame him one bit for that, though. Meanwhile, Ouijawii did get his harp, so he's pretty much going to go straight to the Staff of Rain game. Meanwhile, Toaster is going back to Geringham. Well, confirmed gain the Staff of Rain K for Ouijawii. He's gonna have the staff. All he needs now is just the token and possibly a shield, then he's pretty much good to go. Level 10 for AmazingToaster. Let's see, guys. 3, 1, 11 MP. Jeez. In the words of MPTA, 0 HP. I love it. Oh, and Ouijawii just found Rimodar, so possible he could go for the door-to-door exchange right here. And it turns out to be a bust. It's just gold. Oh, and I believe the gold grind has been active, but it's not gonna be that great because AmazingToaster just getting like random. I think that's I don't know what item was on the bottom right of the treasury. I kind of forgot. Oh, and Ouijawii is going after the slime. The slime runs away after 1 HP left. Oof, and a werewolf just casting sleep, and oh boy. Is it gonna be the Wombo combo to Ouijawii? That's the question. And level 10 for Ouijawii. I wonder where North Swamp's gonna lead for Amazing Toaster. Since he's about... No, he's gonna go for the Spike Tower, which is, of course, the AK-47. Oh, Toaster's going for it. No, I think Toasters is grinding on this. I can't blame him for doing this, but I don't think he has enough MP to do this grind right now. Because Toasters is gonna use his last heal more right now, unless he doesn't get through. Never mind. And of course, more fairy water on Ouijawii, because I don't know. And there's a golem, runs away, of course. Level 11, and let's see. We got hurt more! Well, that blasted the door wide open on this seed. $576 left experience for Amazing Toaster to get to level 12. And here comes the gold grind, folks. Probably, Toaster's gonna get the... Uh-oh. Well, technical difficulty, folks. We're gonna try to fix behind the scenes right now, so... Hang on, so... CD, Letterman. And we're back online. Sorry about that. We got a little cut off. Meanwhile, gold grinding right now. So let's see how much gold will probably get for you afford the silver shield and the magic armor at this rate. Seems like he's gonna go straight to Catalan right now. Oh, Ouijawii is at Hawksness right now. There we go, folks. We're getting everything back to normal. So the seed's busted wide open, but I believe Ouijawii might have the lead if the token is here. Because then corners might be just me the flute. Well, we're about to find out in the next 3 steps, folks. Hey, up to NG. How you been, buddy? This seat's been a jet. Yeah, because right now we don't know what the corners will contain right now, but we're on the verge of finding out right now from Ouijawii because Ouijawii has everything except for the token and the fairy food that needs to be discovered. Because Edric's armor was found in coal early on, so and it's the token. That means the coordinates was the flute. Yeah, but their MP is atrocious growth though.
Wow, you're absolutely right. Only enough for 5 Healmores right now on level 11. We're not even in the orange yet, so they got a little ways to go for gaining more experience so that they can get a little bit more MP. But yeah, with Healmore and Hurtmore, all these enemies that they're fighting, the Star Wyvern and the Axe Knight, all these enemies seems to be causing no trouble at all. So really it's coming down to exploration now, since the experience is coming, pretty much as quickly as they can find more and more monsters. So they got to hurry up and find these last few quest items, right?
Yeah, and unfortunately, Ouijawii just found Breckenary. Let's see what Breckenary has.
And so when Ouijawii was in Hawksness, he found the token, so that's what an AmazingToaster needs to find now, right?
Yes, indeedy, because the flute is in the coordinates right now, and the sword was actually in the very beginning, surprisingly.
Alright, and so AmazingToaster also has not found the town of Cole yet. It looks like he's going to need to find that to get his Erdrick's armor. But he is going to upgrade now from the harp to the staff, which Ouijawii has already done. So Toaster seems just a little bit behind with exploration. He's got a few more things he's got to do. Ouijawii going to go back into the basement. Okay.
I wonder why Ouijawii is going back to the basement. The basement is actually a tablet, because that was where the harp was.
Ah, and he just realized it. Okay, I think he was hoping for Mountain Cave maybe, which is what AmazingToaster just found. And he's en route to getting the 5 chests in here. Unfortunately for him, this is not where he's going to find the token, which is probably all that he's looking for right now. So he's going to go all the way through this mountain cave and not have any luck with that, but just one less thing to worry about. So here's Ouijawii. Maybe he got the basements mixed up. Maybe he thought like it was Tantegel basement, but he's actually looking for Garanham basement. Perhaps is this the Rainbow Drop Cave here?
Actually, it's South Swamp.
Alright, maybe just looking for that grind tile in the South Swamp Cave, and he just took the wrong basement originally, but it's just right next door in Garanham. So this spike tile, not sure if we saw it before, but he's 1 step away, and he's very close to level 12 as well. So it's an Armored Knight spike tile, and they do have Healmore and Hurtmore. Not sure if the Armored Knight has anything up its sleeve for special abilities, but this one here will yield level 12. And look how close AmazingToaster is. So the experience is really close. Just Toaster needs to find a couple of extra things before he's ready to grind.
Yeah, we have not seen the Jerk Cave or Sharlock, to be honest.
Oh, is that right? Ouijawii doesn't know where those are yet? So, okay. So I'm curious how long he's going to do this grind here. Doesn't have a whole lot of MP remaining, so I guess he could just take... Oh, no, he's not going to bother. He's just going to move on, maybe look for those last couple of things. 19 MP, finally!
Yeah, but here's the problem. 0 HP! I love it!
Nice. And Ouijawii is on the strength agility build, I guess, so he doesn't have enough HP yet, whereas AmazingToaster does. So that's interesting, although the rest of the stats just aren't there yet anyway, so HP not likely to be a problem. They're going to need at least a couple of more levels, and by then Ouijawii should have enough HP to take on the Dragon Lord. Wow, it must be tough to have to go through all this with hardly any MP to work with, right? Because every time you use Hurt More, that costs you 5. If you use Heal More, that costs 8. Before you know it, you're running out of magic like we see for AmazingToaster. He's just trying to find the last couple of places, but he's already pretty much out of magic here.
Yeah, with this MP staff growth at this rate, this makes me want to like cringe a bit because I'm saying like, do I really need to grind more? Can I just get a big boost of MP, please?
Oh, and looks like Toaster never did open this chest in Rimeldar, so he's going to get some more bad news here. This is not what he's looking for. He's basically looking mostly just for Erdrick's token, and that can actually be on a search spot or in a chest, technically. But we saw that in this one, it actually is on a search spot. So all these chests that he's been running around opening up, they're just not going to be anything too exciting.
Well, he did do a good gold grind early on, so he's pretty much okay in armor territory. But it would be nicer if he gets the Edric's armor right now if he can find coal.
Yeah, that is nice that he has the silver shield already, and Ouijawii is walking around with no shield right now, which is a little bit interesting. I'm not sure if maybe there's no large shield in any of the shops yet, but it's kind of unusual to go this long with no shield. Ouijawii is deciding whether or not there's any reason for him to open the chest, or maybe he is going to go look for a large shield now. Here we go. Not even bothering with the small shield. He does have a small shield. He just opened his status screen. Okay, so somewhere along the way he had bought a small shield already. So we can mark that for Ouijawii, and he was looking for a large shield upgrade, but no luck on that one.
Probably his best bet is at Cantlin right now.
Yeah, and he must have gotten to Cantlin before, right? Because he had the coordinates, or was the only AmazingToaster that got the coordinates. I guess maybe Ouijawii hasn't found Cantlin yet.
Actually, Ouijawii did find Cantlin. It's just Toaster took like a few more minutes than Ouijawii to find Cantlin.
Oh, because Toaster ended up getting the coordinates and tracking that down for the flute. I guess Ouijawii knew that he maybe didn't have to do that because he's already got the token, so... Ooh, unfortunate death for Ouijawii, so he's back at the castle now. Our death counters are on the low side, so this has been a bit of a jet seed where neither player has died very often. Single-digit COD counters for both players, which means the seed is on the relatively easier side, which is always nice.
I wish I had this seed last week. I wasn't happy with this.
Yeah, me too. I've had a couple of tough ones also. And I commentated a 3-hour race just earlier in the week, so you never quite know how tough it's going to be for our runners. But so far, they're not having any real problems. They're just mostly needing to try and keep the map straight in their minds so that they can find the last few things that they need. Toaster still needs that armor, so he's going to need coal for that. And he still also needs to find Hawk's Nest for the token. But meanwhile, he's finding lots of treasure chests. Here's another one that he hasn't opened yet, and it's also not going to be the token. So while he's looking for coal and Hawk's Nest, he's finding Mountain Cave, and he's finding Rimeldar, and he's finding Stone's Cave, opening lots of chests. But unfortunately, he needs towns, not caves.
Well, we did see a Sparkle Bridge just on Ouijawii's turn just a few seconds ago, so
Ouijawii also finds the Stone's Cave, so free fairy water there in the Stone's Cave. But that's about it. And yeah, Ouijawii is mostly just looking for that rainbow drop, so he's looking around for that cave. And needs to make sure he knows where Sharlock is, but he's mostly in grind and go mode now. He could pick up a large shield maybe in his travels, but so that puts him a little bit further along with exploration. So if he gets those last couple of things done, he can concentrate on that grind. He saw an Armored Knight grind in the Spike Tile and Swamp Cave. Don't recall what the Guardian was in Hawk's Nest, but if he gets started on that grind, let's say 5 to 10 minutes sooner than Toaster, he can make up this experience gap and overtake Toaster on the experience battle, while Toaster continues to look around on the map for the token.
Well, chat's confirmed that Golem was the Guardian in Hawk's Nest.
Ooh, Golem, okay. So Toaster has the flute. That could come in handy if he wants to go after the Golem later on, because they are going to need a couple of more levels, I think. We have still, the MP score is still in the white, which means not very much to work with for the Dragon Lord fight.
Yeah, what, 59 MP compared to Toaster 63 MP? I'm like saying, I want to grind a bit more, but how much double grind is needed? That's the biggest question in both of their mind.
Yeah, definitely, because with only 7 heal mores, you would need probably 15 to 20 more attack power to make that even close. The other way to go is if they could just get a whole bunch of MP, then they won't need as much strength. But either way, they're going to need a little bit more levels. AmazingToaster got a really big HP boost on that last level, so now we know for sure that the agility build that Ouijawii is using is not going to be a problem. He's going to get more than enough HP as soon as he gets to level 13.
And I believe Ouijawii is about to bank on the large shield if he can find it here.
Yep, I like this play, and he already has the armor and the token, so if he didn't get the coordinates yet, there's not really a good reason for him to go get him now, but mostly he's just looking for the large shield, and there it is in the extra shop behind the locked door in Cantlin. So upgrading to the large shield puts him at 80 defense power. Remember that agility build that he's using does give a little bit more on the defense, because the higher agility score yields a little bit more on the defense, so that puts him up to 80 even without the silver shield. So he should be in pretty good shape. If he never gets the silver shield, he'd probably be okay here.
Yeah, it seems to me that maybe Ouijawii is saying, like, I have enough armor, let's just find the Jerk Cave.
Yep, that's all he needs to be able to start just grinding for more levels. Just wants to get that rainbow drop. Make sure he knows where Sharlock is, and he can, I would think that he would go for the Armored Knights in the Swamp Cave instead of the Golem in Hawk's Nest. First of all, it's closer to the castle, and it's, right in the basement of Garenham, so you can just outside and go right back to the inn every time, and then just go right back in there. So I'm thinking he's going to go with the Armored Knight grind as soon as he gets this rainbow drop, but we'll have to wait and see if that's what he decides to do. Meanwhile, Toaster still needs the armor and the token before even getting the rainbow drop and getting started. So Toaster is getting a bit more on the experience lead, but falling a bit further behind with exploration. So it'll be fun to see how those two things come together at the end.
Yeah, and also it's faster to kill the knights than the golem, because you need like at least one turn to make them to go sleep again.
Yeah, and if you use that flute takes kind of a long time to be listening to the music, and yeah, so we'll see. I didn't catch how far out of the way Hawk's Nest was, if it's near another town that has an inn or something. Oh, here's a couple of towns right here. So if one of these is Hawk's Nest, then you do actually have a town really close by. And the other one's Cole. So this is going to be the armor for AmazingToaster. That's one of the two things that puts him a little bit closer with the exploration. So only needs to find Hawk's Nest now and get the token. So here it is. So just like that, AmazingToaster is maybe in the driver's seat all of a sudden. He was had a little bit more to do, but now that Ouijawii is still having trouble finding that last cave, Toaster is sort of taking the lead here. Look, he's got a 1,000-point experience lead now.
Yeah, and everyone chat's predicting right now, including Mr. Cyberdark himself, says it seems to be on the second continent, which none of our runners have gone out of North Swamp.
Wow, really? Neither one of them has explored the second continent yet. That's interesting. Especially with Ouijawii looking around for so long for this Rainbow Drop Cave, you would think that he would go that way pretty soon. He's seen both of these towns. He's kind of at a dead end. Might be time to just cast Return and go back through that Swamp Cave. So Toaster has to beat this golem at least once in order to search the spot and get the token. And when he does, I wonder if he's going to stay here and fight golems, or if he's going to switch to a different grind, or if he's going to continue running around looking for the Rainbow Drop Cave, just like Ouijawii has been for the last 5 to 10 minutes.
Well, Toaster does have a little advantage because he does have the flute on him, so he could possibly grind on the golem right now after getting the armor, getting the token.
Yeah, I like the plan of actually, if he were to stay right here, because this town that he's in is in kind of a dead end, there's nothing more to explore right over here. So why not use these last 56 MP, kill 5 or 6 golems, get another level, and then when you take the death, you're right back at the castle where you can go through that swamp cave. It's like right nearby. Instead, he's actually looking in the zone here. He sees a blue dragon. I wonder what he's looking for exactly. The werewolf is a nice enemy. Probably just wants to get 14 maybe before deciding whether or not he needs to grind a bit more. So one more enemy will do it. And here it is. So we're going to get 14 now for AmazingToaster. And I think we saw both of these caves before for Ouijawii. Still kind of looking around for that Rainbow Drop Cave, so I don't think it's either one of these. It's going to continue to the north now. So what did we get at 14?
Well, 0, 1, 6, and 3.
Ooh, no strength at all, and a little bit more HP, so we're getting closer to maybe being able to use that death necklace that he has. If you don't get any more strength at all, that could come into play. Once you get up into the 130s, the death necklace is less useful, but if we stay stuck here at 126 for attack power and he gets more HP, all of a sudden you got to factor in that death necklace, which it'll be a little bit tougher for Ouijawii to get up to 130 HP for the death necklace because he's on strength agility.
Yeah, no, Ouijawii keeps exploring because he has not found a single new cave yet either on his end, or neither Sharlock.
This is still a really close race. They're both looking for that Rainbow Drop Cave. The experience lead is kind of close. It's, just a couple of minutes difference with experience. Now AmazingToaster is going to cast Return, and maybe we're going to see him go through to the other continent. I thought that was Garenham right there, though.
That is Garingham.
So nobody wants to go through that swamp cave, huh? What's going on here? There must be more places that they haven't been over here on this continent first.
You know what? I wonder if they're gambling that this continent is like one whole big continent, like the last few weeks has been.
Yeah. I've seen that happen a lot, actually. So yeah, you might be right. Yeah, and if they've actually seen both ends of the swamp cave in their travels, then they would know for sure that you don't really have to go through there. So where else could this rainbow drop be? I think they've been looking for it for 10 to 15 minutes now.
Yeah, and also there is
Ooh, there's
that possibility.
Sharlock.
Wow. Well, Toaster just found the jackpot.
Yeah, that's good news for him, because if he gets that rainbow drop, now he's not going to have to do any more exploring. He can go right back to that grind spot. And the lead has shrunk down to about 600 points. So we will be following. This looks to be a pretty close race still. Oh, here's a cave.
It's Jerk.
All right, Chitin. All of a sudden, Toaster has taken the lead in this race. When earlier on, when I joined up, Ouijawii was just about in item go mode almost, and Toaster still needed the token, and he still needed the armor. And I think he had just gotten the stones when I joined up here. And just like that, he's kind of moved past Ouijawii, where he's the one in go mode, and Ouijawii is still looking for things. And so that's a surprising turn of events. And in the process, Ouijawii, or AmazingToaster, took the experience lead as well. So he has the advantage now. He's going to go looking for a place to grind. And I think he's doing the same thing, where I think this is the wrong basement. Right? We have to go, if you want to go to the spike tile, you got to go into the Garanham basement. But he's going to refresh some keys. I guess he was getting low on keys, just in case. I don't know what you would need keys for, if there's something to look for maybe in Sharlock. If you want to be able to look for the fighter's ring, maybe.
Well, we have not seen the fire's ring, but that fire's ring can be anywhere because I know in Garyham's Green there was no ring at all, so chances are he is gonna grind right now into that spike tile in the swamp.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a better plan than those golems. The golem fight is kind of slow. It is worth 255, but it's, we have hurt more now, so some of these battles will go pretty quickly. You could even swing the sword once with 126 attack power. You could probably do like 30 to 35 damage, and then the hurt more should finish him off most of the time. So, and that is what he's doing. So in order to save on the MP, he's going to swing the sword once and then use hurt more. So now you're only using 5 MP. So this is going to be a pretty good grind for Toaster now.
And I believe Ouijawii is losing his touch on exploration right now because he's been going through the same places already that we've seen already.
Yeah, that's definitely tough if you're not somebody that writes down and draws maps, and after a while you feel like you've been everywhere. So if for some reason there's just one more cave that you haven't seen and you think you've been everywhere, it's really tough to know where to go next. I think this is it though. Finally, for Ouijawii, he's going to get the rainbow drop. Unfortunately, it just took him a few minutes longer than I'm sure he was hoping. So it puts him at about a 700 or 800 point disadvantage going into the grind phase here. So, and looks like he's continuing to explore because he didn't see Sharlock yet in his travels the way Toaster did, which I thought was a little bit further to the west. So unfortunately, instead of going straight for the grind, he still has to find Sharlock, so that's going to put him even further behind. The lead has been extended to over 1,000 points already.
And I just saw a triple spark over bridges just on the Ouijawii screen alone.
Yeah, it's funny how these new maps, there's a lot more rivers and bridges and little islands than there was in the last version, so nice upgrade. It's been fun to do the latest version here with the new maps.
And for those in chat who wants to try out this randomizer, I believe there's a Discord for that, if I'm not mistaken, right up to NG.
Yep, and I'm not actually sure how to put that link into chat, but there's a link to be able to join the Discord. You can there are links within the Discord for actually, or I guess there's one right there. Thank you to Cyberdark. So there's a direct link for actually downloading the randomizer directly, and if you want to learn a little bit more about how to use it and get some tips and some some quick starting, literature and discussions with other players. Then join that Discord. It's been growing. The community, it's a great community and growing every day. So very nice. Ouijawii still looking for Charlock, and I think it's not too far from here because Toaster found Charlock and then he went a little bit further east and bumped into the drop. Yeah, I thought it was like more south from here though. Yeah, down in here. I think he's getting close to Charlock now. Isn't it right over here? There it is. Perfect. So
Yeah.
Ouijawii has the information now and can go immediately back to some sort of a grind. Maybe even just put the rainbow drop down right here and go into Charlock and see what's in there. That's exactly what he's going to do. Going to use the last few bits of MP to get a little bit of information about what's in the top zone. Maybe there's some hurt moreable enemies right in Charlock so that he can get level 14 before he takes a death here. And then he'll know that 14 is not enough and he can choose where he wants to grind after that. But just how long it took him to find these last two locations has put him a bit behind AmazingToaster, about a 1,500 point lead now. Just, you can see how important it is to get the items quickly so that you can get this grind started. Because if you start your grind even just 5 minutes faster than your opponent, all of a sudden you have 1,000 to 1,500 point lead. So that's the story. And we're getting close to 15 for Toaster, and then we'll see if it's go time.
Oof, the dodge of the hurt more from the Axonite.
Oh, that's so tough when that happens. Very low chance, but sometimes you do it when you're on low HP, just assuming it's going to land, and then it misses and you get sent back to the castle. But here's level 15. Do we have enough stats? Oh, only 2 power. Oh, only 1 HP, so the death necklace, it would still be pretty tricky. We got more MP though, so we have 10 heal mores to work with. So this is kind of an interesting spot because if you do use the death necklace, you'd be up to 138 attack power. And if you happen to find the fighter's ring down in the basement of Charlock, you'd be up to 140 attack power. So you'd actually have enough on this level to win. It's just that the death necklace would put you under 97. Right now you'd have probably about 95. Which is a little bit dangerous, Kaiten, but I think you could technically win on this level.
If I was AmazingToaster right now, I would not put the death necklace if I cannot get to 16.
So you would not go for the win right now on 15? You would try and grind one more level like he's doing? It's pretty close.
More like, I will dive at 15, but I will not put the DN on at all. I'll just see if I can get to D-Lord as fast as I can.
I gotcha, yeah. Would you use the death necklace right now for the Dragon Lord fight, though? While you were fighting the Dragon Lord? I think you could win if you use the death necklace against the Dragon Lord. You would just have to be careful because you'd have only about 95 hit points. But he's going to take the safe route and get 1 extra level. So what I'm wondering is if Ouijawii goes for the win on 15 and AmazingToaster is waiting for 16, all of a sudden this could be a super close race. Looks like Ouijawii's actually going towards Charlock now. Maybe diving at 14, hoping that 15 gives more than it actually did. Because I think Charlock's right here. He's going to go for the dive and grind on 14. So this puts him geographically further along than Toaster. Just a matter of, on 14 he doesn't have enough MP to work with. So you get the big MP boost on 15. So he's going to end up having to come out of here and go back to an inn to get the MP. But interesting that we have a totally different play from Ouijawii here. AmazingToaster's on the spike tile grind. Ouijawii's going in.
Well, let's see what Sherlock has to offer today.
Yeah, our restreamer tonight, Braxis Muse, and also double duty on the tracking, so thanks for that. And he's kind of agreeing with me that you may want to actually try to win right on 15 here, because you went through the trouble to get the silver shield, so that gives you a nice green 91 defense points, for the Dragon Lord fight. So you're never going to take 49 damage at any time. You might want to try it. You'll have 95 hit points. And I guess it's possible that you'd only have 94 hit points. I'm not totally sure, but somewhere in there, I think you'd have a chance, but some of that depends on how nasty Sherlock is too. But neither player's really been in there for very long, so Ouijawii's getting that information right now, seeing how many red dragons and armored knights there are in here. So far, not too bad. I see wizards and Star Wyvern.
Yeah, Star Wyvern with baby breath. This is like peace bill for Ouijawii. But I believe Toaster is actually maybe looking for more MP, because I don't think he can handle it at 9 heal mores at the end, to be honest.
Remember also that AmazingToaster went through that trouble to get the flute, so if the golem happens to be the mini boss, and they did try to win at 15, which is really borderline, he would have a better chance to get through the mini boss without burning a heal more. Ouijawii never got the flute, and he also never got the silver shield, so that makes it a little bit tougher. He still has a few more fights to go before we find out what Ouijawii is going to do when he sees what he gets on level 15. It's mostly MP, so when that happens, you have to abort your dive, and you got to go back and use an N. And AmazingToaster's actually gotten through this level very quickly, so he's only 1 or 2 fights away from 16 now. Yeah, another point is that the fighter's ring is likely to be in Sherlock, as we mentioned earlier, and that could actually give you a nice boost. +2 attack power. But let's see what we get on 16, because AmazingToaster has decided to just go ahead and get 16, so if we get basically anything at all here, it's go time. If he gets a little bit more HP, the Death Necklace becomes a lot easier to use. Any attack power here will do it. So here we go. Yeah, 3 attack power. You got a pretty good agility bump there as well, so even more defense power. 3 attack power doesn't seem like much, but when you were already kind of on a borderline level, usually that puts you over the top easily. 129 will put him down to exactly 97 hit points, so he could have the option to use the Death Necklace safely now. And that would put him up to 141, even if he doesn't go for the ring. He has, an extra heal more to spare on this level. So I really think you got to go for it now on 16. He has not gone back through to go back into the cave. Looks like he is going for it on 16. And meanwhile, Ouijawii is 1 battle away from learning what 15 is. And he's actually so close to the bottom that I wonder if he'll just take a peek into the treasury while he's running around fighting monsters, just to see if he can get the fighter's ring now ahead of time. Might as well. You're just in here getting experience. So we're going to get to take guesses here really quickly. Where is that fighter's ring, guys? I'm going right here in this first chest, right in the middle. Middle.
I'm gonna go with middle left.
All right, we have a 150 guessed, which is bottom right. We have 250, which is middle. You're going middle left. Is there anything else he could find down here? I guess not. So here's that level. See how he reacts to that. Nice MP boost. He's immediately just going to go and open some of these chests, and AmazingToaster's going in to try and win the game. Ooh, it was the top one. 300. LOL, Spike, you are the winner. 300 chest. If he actually put it on, then he would have +2 attack power. I didn't see him put it on. Did he put it on?
Yeah, he did. He's at 130 attack power.
All right. So putting on the fighter's ring is Ouijawii. So as soon as he gets, if he wanted to put the death necklace on, but unfortunately he is on the strength agility build, so death necklace not going to be an option for Ouijawii here.
Unless the AK-47s had to say have to find a word with him.
Yeah, the good news for him is that with, only having the large shield, the agility build that he's using does allow him to get all the way up to 82 defense power, which is pretty decent. And the 88 agility will allow him to dive through Sharlock a bit easier. All these armored knights on the bottom floor, he's better than 50-50 to run from these armored knights when it's time for him to go. Right now, he's just getting more experience because he feels like 15 is not enough if you can't use the death necklace. I think I would agree. 130 attack power. Just, you can't count on getting enough double attacks here if you're Ouijawii. So, just a little short. He's going to go to 16 also. And what happened to AmazingToaster?
He got knocked out by a werewolf.
All right, so he's back in Garenham, making sure that he has more torches for the next dive. I guess he didn't use any herbs, so he didn't need to buy any herbs, but now he's going to use Repel and try and make his way all the way back to Sharlock, holding on to those 10 precious heal mores. Take another crack at this dive. That puts Ouijawii just a little closer, but Toaster's still in the lead here. And Ouijawie's still not out of resources. He actually might be able to get all the way over to the spike tile just to see what's over there. That might give him a better idea of whether he could try to win on 15. But it looks like he's already almost halfway to 16 anyways.
Yeah, but with 3 heal mores left over right now, I don't think he can win. Make that 2 right now.
Yeah, definitely not going to win right now. I think he just wants to get as close as he can to level 16 so that he can just come right back in on the net, after he dies, and then maybe get 16 on the way. Just using these last couple of fights here. So it's going to turn out to be an armored knight on the spike tile. And I don't believe they have anything for special abilities that to be worried about. You could even have... depending on how much MP, you could use a hurt more. And like if AmazingToaster didn't cast Repel there, he'd have 85. Hurt more would take him down to 80, and he wouldn't lose a heal more. But since he did cast Repel, he's not going to be able to do that. So there's the death for Ouijawii. So is he going to go straight back in and try and get 16 on the way down? That's the question. And if he does, that would be a good plan because you don't actually pick up any MP on 16. You could see 84 MP for Ouijawii and only 85 MP for AmazingToaster. That gain was not enough to pick up any more heal mores. So he wouldn't be losing anything if he tried to pick up the level in Sharlock here. Oh, and a red dragon puts AmazingToaster down, so this could be a close race now. If Ouijawii goes right into Sharlock right now, AmazingToaster has to start over from the castle again. And we could be diving now at the same time, even though Amazing Toaster had what appeared to be about a 10-minute lead earlier. 2 failed dives, Kaiten.
This is insane because this is not supposed to happen, folks.
Yeah, especially with that nice agility score in the green. He's got 91 agility on level 16. You don't expect to fail to run to Red Dragons too many times in a row like he just did. So, oof. Back to the castle goes Amazing Toaster. He's got to be feeling like he might be behind now. And Ouijawii is going for... Oh no, is Amazing Toaster going to grind an extra level now because he had so many problems with the Red Dragons? He's going back to Swamp Cave to get 17. Ooh, that's pretty conservative, but I guess if you failed 2 dives, you start to wonder if you need some more resources. This is going to give Ouijawii a chance to just walk right past him and go win the race.
Well, that depends if Mr. Dragonborn 2 doesn't do a back attack.
Yeah, it's definitely Ouijawii could fail a dive in Charlock also. It's definitely not a guarantee that he's gonna win on the first try, as we saw Amazing Toaster's already been in there twice. But he's only got about 800 more points to scrape together in order to get that level 16 on the way, and he hasn't burned any heal mores yet. And the Axe Knight is great because it casts Stop Spell. So you can use your sword on the Axe Knight, and you don't even need to use any MP. And it's not doing much damage, so it's nice that he's found a couple of those on the way. He's just going to maybe try and pick up the last little bit in Charlock here. After this Wolf Lord, he'll be less than 500 points away. So here we go. Ouijawii now officially in the lead geographically, while Amazing Toaster tries as quickly as possible to get all the way to 12,000 experience points to pick up level 17.
Not if this Red Dragon has an issue with Ouijawii right now.
Wow, and this is like the first step into the castle, right? And he has already burned a heal more. So Ouijawii looks like now he's just pacing around looking for enemies to grind on. He has decided that he's not going to get 16 on the way down. He's going to get 16 right now and then go back to heal at an inn. It's a little bit of a change of plans, getting a bit delayed on his dive. That's going to give Amazing Toaster a little bit of a fighting chance to get into Charlock before Ouijawii now.
But then again, Ouijawii does have a little bit less defense than Toaster does, though.
Yeah, a little bit less because of the Silver Shield, although some of that is made up for because he's on the Agility build. So you can see now, since they're on the same level, we can compare directly. He has 7 more Agility points than Amazing Toaster because he's on the Strength Agility build. And that translates into about 2 or 3 more defense power if they had the same shield. I would think it would be 3. But does Ouijawii for some reason not have a Dragon Scale equipped? I'm not sure if that's actually for real. If that actually happens, then yeah, he has 2 less defense points than he otherwise could. But 87 is enough. 87 defense power. He's feeling fine with that. That's enough so that you're never going to take more than 48 damage from the Dragon Lord. He just wants to get back to an inn right now and heal up because he had to burn a couple of heal mores right away when he ran into those red dragons. So he's just trying to get to an inn, and I expect him to try and dive on 16 as soon as possible. And look how close Amazing Toaster is. If he can manage to get this last Armored Knight before dying, he'll have the resources from 17 to work with on his next run here. And one more swing of the sword on the Desperation, and he gets him for level 17. Let's see what the good news is here. 7 attack power is going to put him way over the top. It is clear go mode now for Amazing Toaster. So Ouijawii, if he wants to have any chance, has to hustle up now and find an inn and get back in there.
Yeah, this is basically Toaster's game to lose right now, unless Toaster gets the RNG of Doom from the Red Dragons that Ouijawii's been struggling right now.
Yeah, right now, he got so much of a gain on that last level, he doesn't even need to use the Death Necklace now. He could if he wanted to, but if he didn't, he still has 138 attack power now. And, with 133 hit points, he would definitely get some double attacks. So he doesn't even need to use the Death Necklace anymore. So it could be a totally safe fight now for AmazingToaster. Finally, Ouijawii finds an inn. I think that it seemed like it took him forever just to get to an inn. I guess Sherlock really must be in the middle of nowhere.
Well, that's true, because on the east of Sherlock there was, Cole and Hawk's Nest, and that's a long ways away.
Well, this is it right here. We're watching them both go for their dives at basically the same time. So, Ouijawii is actually continuing to fight monsters for 17, though. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have the option to use the Death Necklace like Toaster did. So at 133 attack power, it's close. I guess it makes sense for him to get another level, but I kind of feel like he could win without it. But if he keeps fighting for the next level, it's going to just put him further and further behind. AmazingToaster's the first one into Sherlock, and I expect him to try to run from all the enemies now. Even the Red Dragons. He has 94 agility now, so he's a favorite to run from Red Dragons. So he's just going to try and get to the bottom as quickly as possible now.
And with the defense power and the agility right now, oh boy.
It's funny, that MP score that we were looking at a long time ago, it never really made it up out of the orange. It's still kind of low, but they have such good other stats at this point that it's enough. That's why orange is kind of like, it's enough if all the other stats are good. So AmazingToaster is good to go, and Ouijawii looks like he's going to try and pick off some of these wizards on the way down in order to get 17 on the way. So even though they're standing at almost the exact same spot right now, so it looks like it's a dead even race, Ouijawii is going to keep fighting monsters while AmazingToaster is going to be running, and that's going to give him the lead. So even with all this agility, Toaster's already a heal more down and almost had to use another heal more just right there. So there's plenty of Red Dragons on this top zone. He's seen several of them. And wisely used some herbs to get the HP back up before running into another encounter, because you don't want to get into an encounter against a Red Dragon when you're already like halfway down on your resources.
Yeah, this race can go either way, folks. It's like who is more hungry to get to Dragon Lord between these two fine racers right now.
Yeah, this is an interesting point by Braxis Muse in chat, is that you can win right now without the Death Necklace, but it's nice to have that Death Necklace in your back pocket in case you do burn a few heal mores. All of a sudden you could be in a situation where you kind of have to use it, right? So that you can win with less turns. And that would make the fight itself a little bit more stressful, because he'd be down to about 100 hit points. But yeah, it's nice that they have found the Death Necklace just in case. So AmazingToaster has that as a backup plan here. He has managed to not burn an extra heal more, though. He almost had to on that one Red Dragon fight. He's finding even more Red Dragons now in the second zone. So this Sharlock is fairly challenging.
Yeah, this Sharlock is out for blood right now. I've never seen so many red dragons in one zone.
And Toaster's had some struggles with just having tons of encounters because Ouijawii, even though he's fighting monsters, has actually kept up geographically and is going to be the first into the third zone, despite the fact that Toaster's been running and Ouijawii's been fighting, which is very unusual. So just really poor encounter luck from AmazingToaster, allowing Ouijawii to actually get a lead here on the run into the bottom floor. So here we are. I would have never guessed that based on the fact that Ouijawii was fighting all these enemies and Toaster has been running from enemies. But Ouijawii only has to defeat about 3 or 4 more monsters to pick up 17. But here we go. Toaster's looking to try and walk right past him. Here he goes. Here's the high five. And there goes Toaster. And he's running and Ouijawii's fighting. Still really close though. He needs to hope for a Toaster to just run into lots more encounters to slow him down a little bit here. He's just eking his way forward. Oh, he just walked past Ouijawii. Ouijawii has 1 or 2 more victories he needs to take care of. Here's the mini boss fight for Toaster. Exciting finish though. Kyton, did you think it was going to be this close?
No, not at all. I thought this was gonna be like it's gonna be all Toaster, but this might be dead even right now.
Yeah, so close. Ouijawii can get the level, I think, on the spike tile. So he doesn't need to fight this golem at all. He's going to pick up the level right now from this armored knight. He has the extra 5 MP. He could actually use a hurt more right now to take care of this armored knight. Instead, he goes for the 3-shot and takes some damage in the process. So he can use a couple of herbs to heal up. He'll get the information that he's going to get 7 more attack power. Remember, he got the fighter's ring. AmazingToaster's heal walking. And if he doesn't hurry up and get started, Ouijawii going to get right past him here. Wow, what a finish. Look at how close this is. They've started this race about 10 to 12 seconds apart. They've started this fight. This is super close.
Now it's a race whoever gets to the king first.
Yeah, and Ouijawii has 2 more attack power, so in theory, he might take 1 less turn on the Dragon Lord 2 fight, making it a little bit faster of a fight because he got that fighter's ring earlier. And man, he's got to hurry up and not bother with these herbs because so close this fight. All right, so here goes Ouijawii. He's like 2 or 3 turns behind. I would say Toaster has about a 5 to 10 second lead in this race right now. So crazy.
You know what? Z-Man brings up a good point. There could be a potential overtime.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I was just checking to see if either one of them had the GPS, which it could actually come into play here, but neither one of them got it. So they won't be dealing with the 5-second delay at the very end of the game. And it could come down to rolls. If Ouijawii gets nice rolls with the fighter's ring and is able to win 2 or 3 turns faster than Toaster, then he will just go right past him. And a little bit of menuing speed comes into play here as well. It's not over yet, guys. So close. What a finish we have here.
This is absolutely insane right now.
Who is menuing faster? Who is gonna get this done? Toaster's been looking for double attacks, and I'm not sure if he's really gotten any, so it's kind of slowed him down. He's going to be down to his second to last heal more pretty soon. Because just not really getting the double attacks. And Ouijawii's almost there now. This is going to be so close. Look at this. This fight seems to be taking a long time for Toaster, but there it is for Toaster. And there it is for Ouijawii. Oh, who's going to get back to the king? Go, go, go.
Go, 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 go.
Run. Who's gonna type the dot done, you know, in a more efficient manner? Get your GGs out, guys. One of the best finishes we've had in this entire tournament. AmazingToaster and Ouijawii with the amazing race.
Up to NG, this is like one of the best races I ever commented so far for this week.
That was incredible. It was, AmazingToaster failed a couple of dives, so it made it a little bit exciting because there were so many red dragons. You didn't know if either one of them was going to get through. So then after, when AmazingToaster finally got level 17, and then he goes back in, Ouijawii gets 17 on the way, and just incredible how close that ended up being. At first, Toaster had a little bit of an experience lead, but he still needed to find the token and the armor, and Ouijawii had all of that done, but he couldn't find the rainbow drop cave. And while he was looking for that, Toaster got the token and the armor and the rainbow drop cave. And all of a sudden, he was in the lead, and then Ouijawii made a comeback. So, whew, what a back and forth race.
Up to NG, we might have a retime, according to McGrew.
All right. Well, I don't know how to do that, so I hope there are some admins in the area that actually know how to do that. I believe that if the finish, according to SRL, is within 5 seconds of each other, then they retime the races to see if there was any, because you don't want there to be some kind of a delay when you type the dot done and you just have like a poor internet connection and it doesn't go through and hit the SRL. So that's why, like, if it's within a few seconds, we do this stuff of like retiming it, and then if it's still really close, then they're going to have an overtime, just to take that piece of it away where there could be a little bit of internet delay for one runner or something. So I think we're all just going to sit tight now and see how this actually works here. I know sometimes when Game Boy F9 happens to be in the chat, he somehow has an ability to retime runs, like while we're just sitting here. Within a minute or two, he can actually do the retime, but I'm actually not sure how he does that, technically speaking. So
Same here. This race has been truly amazing to comment.
Yeah, I don't actually have the SRL room open. Maybe are you in there? Are they chatting right now about what's going on? Because I joined this race a bit late, so I don't have all that stuff open.
Oh boy. Up to NG, we got a race, and it's gonna be first to level 10 wins.
What? Are you sure? What's going on here? Are we actually going to do an overtime just because?
Wait.
Are the runners just agreeing to do an overtime? I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe I should get into the SRL room. What are they saying in chat?
According to CyberDark right now, admins are talking about the retiming.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if we can't figure out how to get it retimed in a timely manner, if they'll just do an overtime just in case it's needed. And then if it's not needed, we'll just go with the current result. I'm not sure. Meanwhile, guys, we have a couple of more races going on either right now or later on tonight. So I think Will Wagner Music and Archfield Monk might still be racing. And a bit later, I believe starting at 9:30 Eastern, about 1 hour from now, we'll have our last race of this round 4. That'll be TRNX and Beta Strep. And I'm going out on a limb and saying that, following that race, we'll get our new matchups for week 5, but I'm not totally sure if that's what's happening.
Yeah, because right now we have no clue what's really going on right now, because that race was super close.
So we have Zarnax in chat, one of the tournament admins. I think he's trying to track down the people that have the technological ability to actually perform these retimes. And if they're not just immediately available, we might just have to not resolve this for right now. and then just kind of wonder if there's going to be an overtime like rescheduled. Unfortunately, this is the last day of the round, so
Yeah, because this is it's Sunday over
right.
where you guys are at. Well, it's Monday over here in the Philippines.
Oh, you're already in Monday. Wow, happy Monday to you. That's funny.
Yeah, everyone expects me. I'm from the future. Give me a break.
So what's going to happen tomorrow? What's happening in the future? That's great.
Well, at my end, there's another typhoon coming in my territory, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I mean, so another. You do seem to get your share of typhoons over there. That's true. But yeah, as far as right now, we'll just wait a couple of more minutes for the admins to give us word here. I would imagine either we could figure out the retime, or maybe they would want to just do an overtime just in case it's needed, and we would have fun watching that. And if they don't want to do that now, then maybe they would potentially reschedule that for later. Who do we have here?
We do have Amazing Toaster in the booth right now. GD to you, sir.
GG.
Yeah, those red dragons were dicks.
Yeah, it took you 3 dives to get through that Charlock. There were a lot of red dragons in there. Ouijawii got through on his first try, but that's just kind of the nature of Randomizer. I think you got. I don't remember if you were in there on 15 on your first try, and then you definitely took a dive at 16.
Yeah,
And
I
then you
tried.
decided to go back to Swamp Cave to get 17 before your third dive. Tell us about that decision.
I was hoping for a bunch of agility so I could run from those red dragons better, because it was pretty obvious that they didn't want me going off the first floor at level 16. And the extra MP helped, so I had an extra, had a kind of a safety hill more in hand, which I needed.
Yeah, it turned out that 17 was a really nice level for you. So I was just always wonder when you go back to a spike tile after doing a dive, if the other runner's just gonna like run right past you while you're grinding an extra level. But seemed like a good idea, since it after 2 dives you just were having so much trouble with those red dragons that it was like, do you want to risk going in there again and then the same thing happening, right?
Yeah, it was just a crazy Charlotte. I mean, it was a pretty good seed otherwise. We found that swamp spike pretty early. It was close to the castle, so you could get there real quick. Although the back door basically being just north of there was kind of interesting.
Yep, and you had an early sword, and you got hurt more and heal more kind of quickly as well, right? So we have our COD counters for you guys are both in the single digits, so that's a sign of a kind of a nice seed for you guys.
Yeah, other than the top tier of Sharlock just having red dragons all over the place, it was. Other than that, it was a good seed. It was a pretty quick seed for the most.
Yeah, it was interesting because what happened towards the end was it took you a bit longer to find the token and the armor. You still needed to find those 2 towns. And when you kept running into caves, which of course, you never know if the token could be in a chest. So while we were over here knowing like, oh, the token is on, in this town or whatever, you found mountain caves. So you were clearing that out. And then you found like, the stones of Sunlight Cave. You kept finding these caves and opening chests. But yeah.
Yeah, I saw the 2 cursed belts, so I knew both Cole and Hawksness were necessary. It's just I started going the wrong way. That golem slapped me back to start, and then I went the right way to find both of those things, and then I could get on with the grind.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Ouijawii, it took him a really long time to find the Rainbow Drop Cave. So just needing that one last cave, he was running around for like a while you still needed, the armor and the token. And so then when you got those things, he was still looking, and then you found the drop cave first, actually. So it got you into grind mode first, while he was just taking a lot of time looking for the drop cave. But It became closer because you had those Charlock troubles. But what was going on in SRL chat after that really close finish?
It was just kind of a bit of surprise from both of us that it was so close, and then the talk about possibly needing to retime and all that.
Yeah, so has that gotten figured out? We were kind of wondering. It'll probably just, I'm sure in most cases the result will just stand, but I don't know. I didn't have that SRL room open, so I wasn't sure if you guys had been discussing a possible overtime or anything like that. But
no, they're just talking about whether Ouijawii has a local recording, because I guess their stream dropped out in the middle.
oh, okay. Yeah, and Ouijawii is not going to be joining us for post-game interview festivities either. So I don't know. What other questions do you have, Kaiten?
He just answered every question I was about to ask him.
Yeah, this was you're moving on to 2-2, I guess, right? So you have a good chance next week to make it into the next stage.
Yep,
So congrats on that.
I've been looking for redemption after a tough week against Jack and then a tough week against Game Boy. So this was much needed to get me back to the potential to make the bracket.
Yeah, so and Ouijawii is a tough customer too. So you've had your share of pretty difficult matchups. Just luck of the draw.
Yeah, I've gotten some tough draws on this one.
And we have one more race to go later tonight, I think, before we can learn who we're going to be matched up with for week 5. But whoever you get, it'll be another 2-2 opponent, so it'll be a good even matchup and with a chance to move on to the brackets.
Yep.
And apparently that race will be here on Randomizer at 9:30 p.m., which will be Tyrannix versus
Tyrannix and Beta Strap, right?
Yes, indeed, right here on Randomizer 1. So, what time is it right now? Actually,
just under an hour.
Less than an hour from now. So if you guys are not going to run some kind of overtime or anything like that, I guess we'll wrap it up, Kaiten. Why don't you take us out?
Well, please follow our Register Brox's News, our tracker Cyberdark, of course, my partner coming in, LTNG, of course, and I believe we're about to raid Randomizer 2 right now, so I'm gonna wrap this up saying this is Titan619 saying may your moves be flashy and make sure you don't get spiked down. Later, everyone.